All right, so let's see like a concrete example of filtering. Now on the left here, I'm showing you a very small patch of an image. So your image will be pretty huge, like it will have a lot of pixels, but let's just focus on a very small neighborhood of that image. And in this case, it's just 3 cross 3. And these are pixel values. Let's assume that it is a grayscale image, and these are the pixel values. Right? So, and in this case, you can see like the neighborhood is like neighborhood is 3 cross 3, and we are interested in this location. This is like the X and Y where we are centered at, and FP, let's say, is your kernel, okay, which is operating at this point P. Now, what will happen is when you apply this filter on this neighborhood, what this function will do is it will utilize all these values in some way or other. Right now, we don't know how it's going to utilize, but it will make use of all these values. And after doing that, it will come up with a number. Okay. And that number will replace the location which we are interested in. So this step is called filtering. So how these numbers will be utilized? There are many different ways that differentiates like different filtering operations, but that's like the high level how filtering is performed. Okay, so let's try to understand from a concrete example of a kernel. In this case, this is an image patch. Again, this is 3 cross 3. And in this case, the function f I was showing you earlier, in this case, it's a 3 cross 3 kernel. And these are the values. All right, so don't worry about like how we estimate these values or what this kernel is. Right now, just try to understand like how this filtering operation is being done. Okay, so just try to understand like the computation part of that. So what we do is we take this image patch, we take this kernel, and we just compute a linear combination of the values in this image with the values present in this kernel. And a simple way to do that is you can just perform element-wise multiplication of all these values and then sum up all those values. So if you remember this, like from the linear algebra basics, this was called like head-element product, right? So this is like you perform head-element product and then you will just take average of those values. So it's a one step like ahead of that. And you will just replace the value of this pixel with whatever value you have obtained. Okay, so in a way, I mean, this is also a linear combination because what you're doing is you are taking a linear combination of all these pixel values. And to take that linear combination, you are using the values in this kernel as weights. So if the value at a kernel is 1, which means that you will give like importance of 1 to this pixel value because you're multiplying this with 1, right? So if you look at this value, you are saying it's 0. It means you don't want to pay any attention because this is going to multiply with this and it will become 0. So you're ignoring this pixel value. Similarly, you are ignoring this pixel value. So if you try to visualize this kernel, what's happening is all the pixel values on the left over here, they are being given like equal importance, right? This will result in like 1, 2, and 4. And at the center, not that much. You're just paying attention to like the center pixel maybe, but very small amount. And again, you are paying attention to the values on the right, but like the negative side, because all of these are negative values, right? And this will make all these values negative. Okay, we'll discuss more like the interpretation of the kernels, but basically you just do element-wise multiplication, take average, and replace the pixel value. So this is like one filtering operation.